In this video, we're ranking every single county in Metro Atlanta. According to the Atlanta Regional Commission, there are 21 counties in all of Metro Atlanta, and while this is kind of debatable, some people would say there are less, some people would say there are more, we're gonna go with these 21 counties, and so we're gonna start off the list right away, starting off with number 21 and working our way to the best one. Number 21 is Clayton County. I've kind of got it at the bottom of the list here. I'm not really a fan of Clayton County. Number 20 on the list is Walton County. This is cities like Social Circle and Monroe, and you probably have never heard of any one of these cities for a good reason. Working our way down the list, ranking all of the counties in Metro Atlanta, number 19 is Rockdale County. The main city in Rockdale County is Conyers, and Conyers is kind of like in the east part of Metro Atlanta off of I-20. I-20 is like the main way that you would get to Rockdale County. I-20 goes east and west through Atlanta, and so this is kind of the main way that people get from Atlanta, maybe if they're commuting for work, getting back out to Rockdale County or to Conyers, which is the city in that county. They would be using I-20. Now, you might not agree with my ranking here of these counties. Totally understand. This is just my opinion. If you happen to disagree with any one of these rankings, make sure to let me know in the comments. Number 18 on the list is Newton County. The main city in Newton County is going to be Covington, and this is actually right next to Rockdale County, so east of the Metro Atlanta area. Moving our way down the list, we have number 17. This is Henry County. Henry County has cities like McDonough and Stockbridge. I don't necessarily like this county, but if you have like family or friends or like work really close to one of these cities or counties, then it's certainly going to be worth it to live in these areas. I'm kind of making this list like all things are equal and don't necessarily have a bias for one or the other. It's just that while I kind of don't like McDonough and Stockbridge, I have a lot of family and friends who live there, and it's because they have work in that area. They have businesses and they have family in that area, and so it totally makes sense for one of those reasons to maybe be in one of these areas that I've ranked not so good. But in general, my favorite is not necessarily Henry County. Number 16 on the list of all of the Metro Atlanta counties is Douglas County. This is where the city of Douglasville is. And equally, while Newton County is in the east part of Metro Atlanta off of I-20, Douglasville is on the west part of Metro Atlanta right off of I-20 again. Number 15 on the list is Barrow County. This is where you find the city of Winder. And so something that we're starting to see here with these rankings is that I kind of prefer these suburban areas. The more rural areas or the more country areas, not really my favorite unless one of these cities is kind of not so nice of an area. Maybe the affordability is too high, or maybe the schools are terrible, or whatever it is. So in general, while I have ranked the suburban areas kind of better, I kind of like some of these rural areas because they're more nice and quiet, and sometimes that country kind of vibe is better than some of the other suburban areas. Number 14 on the list is Carroll County, and this is one that I don't know that I would agree is part of Metro Atlanta. Carroll County has the city of Carrollton, but also Carroll County like borders Alabama on the west part of Georgia, and so in my opinion, this is kind of a far out county. It's a little too far out to be Metro Atlanta, but according to the Atlanta Regional Commission, they kind of listed this one as one of the counties of Metro Atlanta. But again, hard to see because it's so far out from the Atlanta area. Number 13 on my list is Spalding County, and Spalding County is where Griffin is located, and this is like the south part of Metro Atlanta, but really far south, a little more country, a little more quiet kind of living. Like I was talking about, this is what Griffin is like. Griffin has one of these downtown areas that's easily walkable, but it's like way down south. So for that reason, it's kind of middle of the road. It's not terrible, but it's not awesome. Number 12 is Dawson County, and Dawson County has the city of Dawsonville. And this is another one where I kind of don't agree necessarily on the counties. Like, if you're going to include Dawson County and the city of Dawsonville, I would also include the city of Jasper, which is in Pickens County. These two are kind of equal distant away from Atlanta. And so I like Pickens County and I like Dawsonville, but this is kind of at the foothills of the North Georgia mountains. So you're starting to get really like mountainous and very hilly, and it's still kind of country quiet living. As we get closer to the best counties, we're going to start to see the more city-like or the more suburban kind of areas. Okay, moving on to number 11 on the list, it's Hall County, and we really are starting to cross a line here. This is where I think the rest of these counties make a lot more sense. If you are moving here to Metro Atlanta from another state or another country, the rest of these counties are, in my opinion, a completely different ballgame. These are much more practical for someone who is new to Georgia. The rest of these counties are more like the populated parts of Metro Atlanta. If you plan on moving here or you just have any questions about what it's like to live here, feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. I'm a local realtor here in the area. Thank you so much to everybody who has reached out. I'm always happy to help. In Hall County is Gainesville, and Gainesville is definitely one of the best cities in all of Metro Atlanta and is becoming even more popular. Now, it is kind of a ways out from Atlanta, which is why I don't have it ranked a whole lot better, but it does have easy access. I mean, convenient access. It's far, but you would take I-85 from Gainesville down to Atlanta, and while it is kind of a straight shot, you would have a lot of traffic to fight with to get down to Atlanta. But Gainesville is a suburban area, and so very family friendly kind of area. Number 10 on the list of all 21 counties of Metro Atlanta is DeKalb County. DeKalb County is where you find the city of Decatur, and Decatur is by far one of the best places in all of Metro Atlanta. If the city of Portland had a baby with Georgia, what you would get is Decatur. Decatur is super like character, like there's so many of these mom and pop shops around the city of Decatur, very easily walkable, especially when you compare this to some of the suburbs of Metro Atlanta that are not very easily walkable. Decatur is very different in that you can get all around the city and you can see a lot of these like unique places, unique stores, unique restaurants in Decatur, and it's all easily walkable. And this is a big draw for many of the people who choose Decatur as their home city, the ease of being able to get around and also the amount of character and charm that you find in that city. Number 9 on the list is Coweta County, and Coweta is kind of on the south part of Metro Atlanta. This is where you find the city of Noonan. I'm a little biased here because I used to live in Noonan and I love that area. It's a bit more country, certainly more country than DeKalb County, but it's also kind of suburban. They're starting to grow a lot, and you have a good mix of the suburban living in Coweta County, and it's also kind of quiet. It's not like super popular. In my opinion, it's a good mix of the country and suburban living in Coweta County. Number 8 on the list is Forsyth County, and Forsyth County is where you find the city of Cumming, and Cumming is just north of Alpharetta. Very often people who want to live in Alpharetta, but they realize, oh, like Alpharetta is stupid expensive, they choose Forsyth County because it's just north of Alpharetta. You can literally get to Alpharetta from Forsyth County very quickly. They border each other, so technically, you could just walk across the border. They are very close, but you could live in Forsyth and you could go to a lot of those shops and restaurants that are in Alpharetta. Also, Forsyth is a nice area as well. It is also that kind of suburban feel, but it's just not Alpharetta. But they certainly have a lot of great things going on there in that county. The Halcyon is in Forsyth County, and so lots of great things to do there, lots of shops and restaurants there as well, and also a lot more affordable than cities like Alpharetta or Milton or Roswell. Number 7 on the list is Bartow County. Bartow is in the northwest part of Metro Atlanta. This is where you find Cartersville, and Cartersville is one of these cities that is like surprisingly out of nowhere getting very popular. Decades ago, it used to be very country, quiet living, but they have so many things going on in Cartersville. Also, lots of employers moving to Cartersville. They're looking for that easy access to Atlanta. Now that these counties that we're going over are much closer to the city of Atlanta, you know, you're starting to see a very different kind of vibe, a different feel. And these big companies that want to be close to Atlanta, but not necessarily in Atlanta, they choose a county like Bartow County and the city of Cartersville because of that relationship to Atlanta. Also, you have a lot of people starting to move here. They are obviously following the jobs. They're following the amount of new construction homes that are going on in Cartersville. There's a lot of new development going on in Cartersville. So for that reason, I've ranked it number 7. Number 6 on the list of ranking every single county in Metro Atlanta is Fayette County. Fayette County is on the south side of Metro Atlanta, and Fayette County is known for having some of the best public schools. And so this is, I guess, has been a really big criteria when I'm ranking these counties is the public school ratings, the affordability, the family friendliness. This has been a big part of that whole rankings that I've done. Again, just my opinion here, but I really like Fayette County because of the public schools there. It's very family friendly. In Fayette County is Fayetteville. Go figure, they were super original with that one. And then Peachtree City is also in Fayette County as well. So you have some great cities there in Fayette County, very family friendly kind of atmosphere, which is why I've ranked it number 6. Number 5 on the list is Fulton County, heavy hitter here, and it's kind of a difficult one to rank because Fulton County ranges so much from quiet country living to literally the city of Atlanta. It's weird how in Fulton County you have the city of Atlanta, but then you also have 45 minutes to an hour away cities like Milton or Chattahoochee Hills to the south. Milton is to the north. And these two cities are in Fulton County, but they're very quiet. They're very country. You also have some excellent school districts in Fulton County, and you also have some garbage school districts in Fulton County. And so you really got to be careful what part of Fulton you're in, but obviously it's got to be ranked close to the best because it's got the city of Atlanta. I mean, everything that you're looking for is in Fulton County. You can find the excellent public schools. You can find the family-friendly environment there in Fulton County. All of these things are in Fulton, and so for that reason, I've ranked it number 5. Okay, getting down to the top 4, number 4 on the list is Paulding County. This is because I love Powder Springs and Dallas. These two cities are in the kind of north, mostly west part of Metro Atlanta. There is a ton of people moving to this area because you have the excellent public schools, but you also have very affordable living. This is like in an area where the home prices are just increasing year after year and it's becoming very difficult to find affordable homes. Powder Springs and Dallas, which are in Paulding County, are the exception to the rule. You can find homes here in the 300s, maybe even high 200s. And so for that reason, you have a lot of families moving to Paulding County. It's a very safe city. You have excellent schools. You have a good downtown area there in Paulding County. So for that reason, I've ranked it number 4. Down to the top 3, number 3 on the list, I've got Cherokee County. Cherokee County has cities like Woodstock, Holly Springs, and Canton. These are like some of the best, these are maybe the best cities in all of Metro Atlanta. This area has a lot of young families moving to the area. It's a little closer to the city of Atlanta, so easier commute to get to Atlanta from Cherokee County. The main road that you would get to Atlanta from Cherokee County would be I-75. And so I-75 is Can be kind of a headache a little bit. You know, if you've got a lot of traffic there, rush hour traffic, it can get kind of hectic. But from Cherokee County down to Atlanta, you're looking at about an hour to an hour and a half commute. But the reason people are choosing Cherokee County is for the excellent schools. Again, very safe areas, the super family friendly kind of atmosphere. There's a lot of things being built there. It's developing a lot. In fact, Holly Springs is currently working on a downtown area, which is probably going to finish in 2026. Well, it was supposed to finish in 2025, but they didn't do that. So hopefully it finishes here in 2026, but there's so many things being constructed and developed in Cherokee County because of the influx of population there. Number 2 on the list, if you have made it this far, thank you so much. Number 2 on the list is Gwinnett County. So cities like Suwanee, Beaufort, Duluth, Lawrenceville in the northeast part of Metro Atlanta. This is definitely hands down one of the best parts of all of Metro Atlanta. The best schools in all of Georgia are in Gwinnett County. This is going to be for sure number 2 on the list. And then I'm a bit biased. Number 1, I've got Cobb County, which is my residence. Cobb County is Marietta, Kennesaw, Ackworth, Smyrna as well. The best schools, the best family-friendly environment, the best downtown areas, super safe, affordable areas. I think you can find everything that you're looking for in Cobb County. In fact, if you want to know more about what it's like to live in the main city of Cobb County, which is Marietta, you can check out that video right here. I'll see you in the next one.